busted off, or all your stuff is still working, and your stuff hasn't fallen out. You know, your wallet with your gold and jewelry, remember, for the insurance company. Oh, it fell out. I don't know where it went. You make sure all your stuff works, and off you go. Now, for us, a lot of times it happens when you turn around to chase a bad guy, and you're the bad guy. Do you think he comes back to help? No. I'm gone. He or she, bad guy too, or a bad woman. How does that work? Okay. When you get out on your motorcycle, before you start out, we all know, you check your tires, make sure they're serviceable, make sure you got enough tread. The law says 2/32 of an inch. I think you need a little bit more than that for safety, especially when it's snowy out. Those tires don't seem to grip too much when it's snowy out. And then you check your lights, because it's important that you are seen. Like I said, when the driver's going by you at 80 miles an hour, texting on her phone or his phone, putting on their makeup, drinking their coffee, shaving in the morning, you want to make sure they see you. So they put that in the accident report. They never saw a guy. So you got to be careful. Make sure you're seen. Some of us wear bright garments. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Then you put your bike in the operation. Make it impaired in any way. Drugs, alcohol, or something. We'll visit you. And off you go. Make sure if you have a rider who is not experienced, you give them instructions. Do not lean in the opposite way. How many of you had a rider that did that? Isn't that scary? Oh yeah. But they're afraid. Or they're trying to put their foot down. Oh yeah, that's scary sometimes. You gotta give them a little instruction. So you gotta be like the stewardess or the flight attendant. You give them instructions. There's the water landing. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit more of show and tell here.
Yeah, or just put it in a tree.
Our training program, yes. Some of you may ask, how can I do this to get paid to do it? Right? First of all, you got to become a state trooper. Right? That's a month at Fort McCoy, running around in the hot sun, doing push-ups. Sir, yes, sir. That kind of stuff. Like if you're in the military. And then we go through a 2-week training course, 80 hours. They hold them throughout the country. Harley and Northwestern does a joint program, and they go around the country with training bikes. And the first thing you learn is how to pick it up. That's the first thing you learn. It's going to go over, trust me. And we go and we learn how to do techniques. We have more exercises than this, but with the limited amount of space, that's all we have. We do a lot of braking too. High-speed braking. All these bikes here are equipped with analog brakes. Anybody here have analog brakes on your bike? You love them? Yeah. Yeah. We train as if they weren't there, because you want to be able to brake correctly in case they do fail. But if you need them, they're a godsend. I think a couple years ago we did demonstration Tomahawk, where we went from asphalt to grass, or grass to asphalt to gravel, and you can tell they'll keep control of that motorcycle. But we learn how to do some braking. We do how to do some recovery. We do how to do these small turns. And we go through that. Now, every year we also go to in-service, because here in Wisconsin, we tend not to ride all year round. Even with the hand warmers in January, not so much. Not so much riding. Although one year I did. It was 50 degrees, and people were looking at me like crazy. But remember, it's not my bike. It's salt in the pipes. Don't tell my boss. All right. So we go out every year. In the spring, we do an in-service. My boss is right there. We do an in-service 16 hours, and I'm sorry, we do an in-service, and we start out with the experienced rider course. The instructors take us through it. We brush up on our skills, then we advance into some more challenging stuff. Then we go from there. And I recommend to anybody to take these courses offered. They offer it here at the Tech. They offer it through the dealerships. To even brush up your skills. You say, oh, I've been riding since my panhead days. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that stuff. Cover yours. I highly recommend it every year. Brush up on it. Unless you're one of the lucky few that get to fly like in Florida and live down there for the summer or winter. Any of those here? Yeah, see, we're all diehard Wisconsinites, except for the Illinois guy.
Right.
So I highly recommend your skills, brush up on your skills. And in the spring, you always be careful with what you're riding on. Some of you may have the slippery, those smooth garages. Have you tipped your bike over in your garage ever? Yeah, it gets slippery sometimes. Or even in parking lots with that asphalt, the oil coming up, or just after a rain. Like I said, the snow and ice. No, don't do that. So brush up on your skills. Watch your pavement. Watch the environment. Sometimes we're, let's say, trying to meet somebody, aka following them with lights and siren on, and they'll go down the gravel road, and then you get that feeling in your stomach, oh darn. And you follow. Or they make the stop on the left side of the road, and you all know this. When you get stopped by the police, the one time it happened, you always go to the right side. Because that left side, that shoulder that goes down, we put our jiffy stand down and boom. And then you laugh at us. Always go to the right side. Because if we go to the left side, $319. That's how much the ticket is, yeah. So watch your environment, watch the ground. Let me see, what else? What other notes do I have here? Oh, some of you asked sometimes, I never see motorcycles in my area. We've had motorcycles since 1957 here in Wisconsin State Patrol. Some of your local agencies may have them. Some of them use them for traffic enforcement. Some of them use them every day. Some of them use them just for parades. Woo, they go out. You know who I'm talking about. There might be some of you in here. Don't beat me up. So, escort oversized load. You saw me. That was me a couple weeks ago. Good times. Go under the beam, where they're hauling it. No, that was me. Boss, you listen. All right, so instead of answering all your questions, we're going to be out here. You can look at the motorcycles, look at my cool Dodge Charger, and no, it doesn't have a Hemi. Oh yeah, it's budget cuts. It's good for writing parking tickets. But it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks very cool. And our motorcycles are out here. If they're cooled down a little bit, if you want to sit on them, mine's available. If you want to take pictures on it, because it's been sitting over there. If you want to talk to the troopers on a good way and use all your fingers when you wave, we'll appreciate that, okay? Have a good day. Enjoy your time here.